Hello my dear students, how are you all? Welcome to our YouTube channel Diksha Karnataka. I am Ankit Srivastava bringing you another day of our series 60 out of 16 KSET Mathematics in 100 days. As you know, we are covering right now matrices and we are in matrices part 4 in which we will talk about skew symmetric matrix, symmetric matrix, invertible matrix and solve problem on all these. Okay, so far what we have covered the basic definitions, we have covered types of matrices, we have covered operations on matrices, multiplication of matrices and transpose of the matrices. Okay, so today's session is going to be very easy session because these concepts are not that difficult, but the questions are coming from this particular topic. So make sure that you solve all the questions, and I'm very sure that you can solve all the questions with me today only. So you don't have to pause the video or solve the question. It's simple problems are there, but they have some logics behind the questions. Okay, so make sure that you understand the problem very simple, as your priority. So make the priority to understand the problem, and then you solve the questions with me in the session only. So without wasting time, let's start with the session. Make sure that you have pen and paper out, and let's begin, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. All right. So first, before moving to the topic at hand today, let's recall what we have done so far. What we have done so far, sir. So we have done, first was what, bacha? Matrices definition and its types. If you remember, its types. Then what we did, the operations that we did. So operations on matrix, right? What was there? So we had addition, subtraction and multiplication. Addition, subtraction, and we had multiplication. In this we had two types, scalar multiplication and there was matrix multiplication. Remember this? One matrix multiplied two other matrix. Okay, what was the consideration for this? That number of, first important point for this was that the number of columns. So if I write this as m cross n, the number of columns should be equal to number of rows in the other matrix. If you're multiplying in order A to B, then m cross n will be multiplied with n cross m, and the resulting matrix, if I take this matrix to be C, the order will be m cross p. So basically, number of column in matrix A should be equal to number of rows in matrix B. Second property that is very important to know. This is the result will be of order m cross p. Okay, one more thing that we learned which was important, AB is not equal to BA all the time. We're going to use this property in today's session also. So AB is not equal to BA means the commutative law is not always true. Okay, at times it is true, we'll see when it is true, but not always true. So it's right, not always. Okay, not always true. Okay, all right, what else? So we did multiplication, and then we did other properties also, right? Then we talked about very important, transpose of the matrix, right? We also have talked about transpose of the matrix. Transpose of a matrix. Remember, the notation was if the matrix A is given, this is third part, the multiplication, this is the fourth. So if the matrix A is given, transpose was given by either AT we write, or we write it as A dash. How we used to do that? Interchanging row and column. So we make the row to column and column to row. This is the matrix transposition. Okay, this we do it by taking A's rows to column and column to rows. Right, sir. Other way was only for square matrix. Sir. What is the case for square matrix? So for square matrix, what we used to do, we don't have to change it exactly, just make sure. Let's say if I take 2 cross 2 matrix, just 2 cross 2, just to make sense, keep diagonal same. Whatever is the diagonal, so let's say diagonal element is what in this case, A11 and A22. So keep these two elements same wherever is the diagonal, whether it is 3 cross 3, 4 cross 4. Always remember, for a square matrix, keep the diagonal same, and other element take the mirror image. Means upper triangle will become lower triangle, and lower triangle will become upper triangle. I'll repeat myself. For a square matrix, taking a transpose, keep the diagonal same. Upper triangle, make it as lower triangle. So all the elements in upper triangle will be taken as mirror image about the diagonal, okay, in the lower triangle, and lower triangle's element will go to upper triangle. So if I have here what? If I have here A12 and this will be A21, then what will happen over here? This will be transpose like this. Okay, so A12 will come here and A21 will go there. Okay, which can be achieved using this rule also, that row becomes column and column becomes row, but we don't have to do it, just this is enough. Okay, just this is enough. All right, sir. Okay, then one more thing I forgot to mention, very important in the multiplication part only. What was it? So multiplication is always what? Row to column. Multiplication is what? Always row to column. What is the meaning of this, sir? The meaning of this is you take row of matrix A and multiply it with column of matrix B. Row of matrix A multiplied with column of matrix B. Whether it is first row, first column, second column, third column, whatever is the number of column in matrix B, you will multiply there. Okay. Same way, if you take second column here, second row here, again you will multiply with each and every column and take a sign positive to get the particular element. Okay, we have done the lot of multiplications questions in our previous session. If you are not sure for the matrix multiplication, at times students make mistake in that topic, make sure that you go through the video and solve all the questions. Okay, all the questions you must solve. All right, so moving on with our today's topic at hand, which is symmetric and skew symmetric matrices. Okay, first part of this session is symmetric and skew symmetric matrices. What are those, sir? What are those, sir, and why are they important? They're important because this property is actually used in a lot of questions. And why is that? Because this is actually a relatively simpler concept. It makes sense, not difficult to solve problems on it. It is less time consuming also. So for that reason, it becomes very handy for the questions to be framed at. Okay, so for that reason, this topic becomes very, very important. All right, let's get into the chapter. Let's get into this topic. Okay, sir, what does it say? First part, symmetric matrix. So when can I say the matrix is symmetric? When can I say the matrix is symmetric, sir? Okay, so look at here. Whenever this is true, whenever this is true, whenever, what is it true, bacha? Whenever Aij is equal to Aji, Aji means whenever Aij equals to Aji for all this I and j between 1 and n and 1 and n. Why 1 and n, sir? Because the matrix is n cross n. The matrix is n cross n. Why, sir? They are square matrix, bacha. So matrix A is defined as square matrix n cross n. Then symmetric. Think about, can you take a rectangular matrix and make symmetry? Let's say I take rectangular matrix 2, 1, 5, 3, -1 and 2. Can I make symmetry over here? You will not, right? Because you will not even get diagonal only. Where is the diagonal? Is this diagonal or this diagonal? You are not getting diagonal, right? So diagonal itself does not exist. Then how will you create a symmetry over it? Because symmetry exists about what, bacha? About the diagonal. Correct. About the diagonal. You will see in the question. Okay. So always the matrix that we are considering as symmetric or skew symmetric matrix will always be a square matrix, I hope you understand that. Next part, for that to be true, if it is square matrix, means Aij will be written as n cross n, because both number of rows and columns are same. So for that given, I will be lying between what? 1 to n, and j will also lie between 1 to n only. Okay, can I value be less than 1? No, sir. Can it will be less than n? No, sir. Okay, so more than n? No, sir. All right, so for that reason, what is the condition? Whenever this is true, Aij equals to Aji, just remember this, then we can say that matrix to be symmetric. Check here, sir. Check here, sir. If I show you here, look at this. So we will forget about diagonal, because that will be kept as it is. 3 plus I, 2 and 6, these are my diagonal elements. Okay, now check here, mirror image about A and A, 3 and 3, and 2 plus 3i. Does not matter whether it is complex or not, whether it is a function or not. Whatever are the elements, real, complex, a function, it has to be symmetric about diagonal. Means upper triangle should have mirror image in lower triangle. I hope this is clear. Check here. Check for this question. So again, x, y and z will be kept as diagonal. No change in x, y, z. What about this? V and V, sir. Check here. What about this? V and V, sir. So yes, mirror image. U and U, sir. Mirror image. Okay. And what about this? T and T, sir. So we can say that both the matrices A and B are symmetric matrices. Symmetric matrices of order what? 3. Of order what? 3. Reason being, transpose of A is equal to A. Sir, why transpose of A equal to A? If I write transpose, know what will happen? Diagonal remains same. That's what I was doing right now. Diagonal remains same, and you move this A11 here, 3 3 there, and this. So this will remain same only, no? Because upper triangle and lower triangle are mirror image to each other. Means even if you change it, it will remain same. So A transpose is equal to A. Same way, B transpose is equal to B. Same way, B transpose is equal to B. I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. Okay. Now next. Symmetric is done. Whenever two things to remember. One thing is Aij equals to Abi. Aij equals to Abi. Then always what will happen? The element or the given matrix will be symmetric if it is square matrix. Also if it is square matrix, no. If it is symmetric matrix, if the given square matrix is symmetric matrix, then this will be true. A dash is A and B dash is B. B dash is B. Okay. All right. Now, when can we call a given matrix to be skew symmetric, sir? When can we call given matrix to be skew symmetric, sir? So how will you create difference? First of all, look at this. Diagonal is always 0. See, diagonal elements are 0. How it is 0, we'll deal with it. But right now, remember, diagonal is always 0. And one more thing. This condition is valid now. Aj and Aij. So in the previous case, I wrote what? Aij equals to Aji equals to Aji. Check here. Aij equals to Aji. That's what I wrote here, no? But in this case, if you see, this will be negative sign. Aij is equal to negative of Aji. So this is true for skew symmetric matrix. Okay. Now think about it. If I take II, sir, why II? Because I will have elements. Now this element will be called as A11. This will be what, bacha? This element will be called as A22, right? And this will be called as A33. Correct, na? A33. So if I am using this condition of what? Skew symmetric matrix. Then what will happen? I will get as Aii is equal to minus of Aii. How, sir? Because if this is true, if I take 1 1 2 2, it means I is same as J. For diagonal element in a square matrix, what happens to I and J? 1 1, so I and J are same. 2 2, so I and J are same. 3 3, so I and J are same, right? So for that condition, I can write Aii equals to minus of Aii. Why, sir? Because there is a minus sign here. If you bring it here, it will become twice of Aii. Correct? Is equal to what, bacha? Equal to 0. Now bring the 2 on the other side. What you get? Aii equal to 0. Aii equal to 0. So it means whether you take A11, it will be 0. A22, 0. A33, 0. So whatever value of I you take, for the skew symmetric matrix, the diagonal will always become as, always becoming as 0 only. Always coming as 0 only. Same thing is mentioned here. Check. Please check. Okay. I hope you understand. So principal diagonal is always 0. So what is the thing that you have to know here for skew symmetric? First is this property. Means basically, if you see here, upper triangle and the lower triangle will have a relation what? Negative sign. So B is here, so minus B. G is here, so minus G. F is here, so minus F. What about this? 3i is here, so minus 3i. 2 is here, minus 2. 5 is here, minus 5. So instead of being mirror image, it will be what? Multiplied with a negative sign on both sides. Okay? Okay? So it will not be symmetric, it will just be multiply with the minus sign. So same number will come like that. Okay. So second thing will be that diagonal will be 0. Diagonal element will be 0. I hope you understood this. Okay. Moving on. Okay. Now points to remember. Sir. Okay. Check here. If I am considering any square matrix, means whatever is the order, m cross m, 3 cross 3, 4 cross 4, doesn't matter. If I am considering any square matrix A, then always remember what is saying? A plus A dash will always be, what does A dash means? Transpose. So A plus A transpose will always be a symmetric matrix. I'll repeat. If I have considered any square matrix of any order A, then A plus A transpose will be a symmetric matrix. Okay. Same way, A minus A transpose will be a skew symmetric matrix. It will be a skew symmetric matrix. Again, A has to be square matrix. All right. Okay. And what? A dash and A dash A are symmetric matrices. Okay. A dash, what it means? Means if you multiply A dash and A dash A. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, sir. Any square matrix can be uniquely, now obviously means I can write any square matrix, okay, in this form. Now I want you to remember these two properties. First of all, that this will be a symmetric matrix, A plus A dash, and A minus A dash will be a skew symmetric matrix. Apart from this, this also. To define any square matrix like this, okay, any square matrix, I can write it as sum of its transposes, okay, or difference of the transposes, like this. A minus A dash, half of each can be defined. I will use this in a question, okay, you'll see how, but I'll use this in a question. Okay, sir. So let's move on. First problem is to identify whatever we said in the previous slide, that this is symmetric, this is asymmetric, okay, sorry, skew symmetric, this is symmetric and this is skew symmetric. We will try to apply it to the concept we are going to deal with it right now. Okay. So there is a square matrix given. Is it a square matrix, sir? Yes, it is. 2 cross 2. 2 cross 2, bacha. 2 cross 2. A is equals to 4, 1, 5, 8. So 2 cross 2. This is correct. This is correct. Okay, sir. Then A plus A dash, we have to prove that this is a symmetric matrix. So to do that, I have to find what first? I have to find A dash. No? So let's quickly find A dash. What happens, what is the meaning of A dash? A transpose. What's the meaning of A dash? A transpose. So whatever is A, will keep the diagonal same, and transpose, or take the mirror of the other element about diagonal. So I'm going to keep 4 and 8 as it is. 4 and 8 as it is, and 1 will come here and 5 will go there. Check here. 1 will come here and 5 will go there. Okay. Now check A plus A dash. Now check A plus A dash. If I am checking A plus A dash, bacha. A plus A dash. A plus A dash. See here. First is 4. First element of this 4. 4 plus 4 will be what? 8 only, no? Okay. Now this 1 plus 5 will be what? 6 only, right? And 5 plus 1 will be what? 6 only, right? And same way 8 plus 8 will be what? What will be? 16. Now if you check here, if I keep this part same and look at these elements, okay, are they not same? Are they not symmetric? Yes, they are, sir. So it means A plus A dash is what? Symmetric, now. So that's what we were looking for. Prove it is symmetric. So we proved that first one is true. Now let's move on to the second one. Where we have to prove A minus A dash. I have A dash also. Let's do the subtraction. A minus A dash. Okay, sir. So 4 minus 4. 4 minus 4, 0. 4 minus 4, 0. 1 minus 5. So minus 4. Check here. 1 minus 5. So minus 4. Okay, sir. 5 minus 1. So 4. Again see. 5 minus 1. 4. What about this? 8 minus 8. What is it? 0. Now check here. What's the property of skew symmetric matrix? Diagonal elements are 0 and this is A minus A. A minus A. So this is 4. This is minus 4. It means it is skew symmetric. It is skew symmetric. So second one also is proved to be true. First one we proved, second also we proved. So we proved A plus A dash is symmetric and A minus A dash is symmetric for any square matrix A. Okay, let's move on. A square matrix A of the order. Okay, now we have come to the next part. First topic was what? Symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. Now next part is invertible matrix. Means when can we say a matrix will have its inverse? And what are the reasonable conditions for them? So a square matrix A of order n is said to be invertible. When there exists another matrix B. Where exists another matrix B of what? When can be called? So if A is any square matrix and you also have a matrix B, okay, of the same order, same order. I'm highlighting the key points as I go. So first of all, A is any square matrix. I can say A is invertible only if there exists a matrix B of the same order such that this is true, bacha. This is true, such that AB equals to BA equals to IN. Now recall this, please recall it for me. I said AB is not always equal to BA, right? I said no. What was this? The commutative property was not always true. The commutative property of matrix multiplication. Remember this? Matrix multiplication is not always true. This is what we learned in the previous session. Not always true. We have learned this in the previous session. Yes sir, we have learned. But here what I'm saying that AB is actually equal to BA. This is the condition, exception condition, where we can say AB and B are equal, provided that their product is also equal to identity matrix of the same order. Okay, so only for this given condition AB will be equal to BA if this exists. So what was the first statement? A any square matrix will be called that there exists an invertible matrix, will be called invertible matrix only if there exists a matrix B of the same order such that this statement has to be valid. AB equals to BA equals to IN. I hope this is clear. Okay. Again, N is what? The order of the unit matrix. The matrix B is called the inverse. So B, what we call it? So B will be called as inverse of A. Inverse of A. B will be called as, let me erase some extra part. B will be called as inverse of A. I'll go ahead and write B as A inverse. So if this the first statement is true, then second statement will be then condition. If this is valid, then this is valid, provided all the orders are same. Correct, sir. Okay, sir. This much I understood. Okay. Now an example is taken here where A is 2, 3, 3, 4 and B is minus 4, 3, 3, minus 2. Minus 4, 3, 3, minus 2. Okay, great. Are they same? No. So what we are trying to do here is we are trying to find AB value. And if I can get AB, if I can get AB equals to IN, means I2 in this case. Why 2? Because what is the order here? 2 cross 2 only. Order is 2 cross 2. If I can get AB equals to I2, then I can say that inverse will be true. Inverse will exist. Okay, let's check here. Let's do the multiplication, please, for AB. How will I do it, sir? We have learnt it so many times. First row and first column. First row and first column for the first element. So 2 times minus 4 will be minus 8. 3 times of 3 will be plus 9. Okay. For our second column, 2 times of 3 will be 6 and 3 times of minus 2 will be minus 6. Okay. What about this? Now second column will take 3, 4 over this. So minus 12 and 4 3s are 12. So 3 times minus 4 is minus 12. 4 times 3 is 12. Okay. Now 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times minus 2 is 8. 4 times minus 2 is 8. Okay, sir. Let's simplify this, please. So I get again this as 9 minus 8. So 1. This is 0. This is again 0. This is 1. Why, sir? 9 minus 8 is 1. And minus 12 plus 12 is 0. Okay, sir. All right, sir. Great. So what I'm getting here as I2. Now check here. I'm getting AB equals to I2. It means what? It means that B will be inverse of A. Now let's check the same thing for BA. Same thing we can do for BA also, no? How we can do for BA, sir? In this case, we will take B first and then multiply with A and we'll get again what? We'll get identity matrix or unit matrix of order 2. When we do that, I can say that A is invertible and A inverse is actually B. Okay. And one more thing, whenever that exists, whenever inverse of a matrix exists, so I can say now, because we solved it, that B is inverse of A. I can say B is inverse of A. B is equals to A inverse. Now if that is true, if that is true, it means what? It means what? It means that, now okay, I want to conclude here. So if that is true, means every time this B will be a unique matrix. This B will be a unique matrix. Means this property will be true only for any one matrix. It will be inverse. If inverse is existing, then it will be a unique matrix. The inverse will be a unique matrix. So that's what is written here. Okay, isn't you find this matrix to be unique? Means can you write another matrix like this? No sir, it is one matrix. How can they write another matrix like this? So this is a unique matrix. Okay, that's what is written here. Inverse of a square matrix, if it exists, is always unique. Okay, now if A and B are invertible matrix, then this property is very, very, very important. So if you take product of two matrices, provided that both of these are invertible, if it's not invertible, then this property will not be valid. A and B has to be invertible, bacha. Okay, so if A and B are both invertible and you have taken multiplication and then you've taken inverse on the multiplication, then this will be valid and this will be equal to what? B inverse multiplied with A inverse. Remember this order. First comes B inverse and A inverse. Then you might say, sir, can we not change the order? No, right? I said no, not all the time BA is equal to AB. Sir, but this is inverse, no? I can take this B inverse to be some another matrix X and this has to be Y. Can I say XY is always equal to YX? Not always, sir. Okay? Then what? This will always remain like this. So AB inverse will be always B inverse times A inverse. So always B inverse will come in front. Why it is the case? Because always XY is not equal to YX. I hope you understand. Okay, then you will say, sir, you just said no AB. For AB it is true. It was true when B and A was. It was true when, please forgive me, B and A was inverse to each other. This was true when, so BA was equal to AB when A and B was inverse to each other. Then that was true. Okay, but in this case they are not saying it is inverse to each other. They are saying they are two invertible matrices. Means A is invertible, B is invertible, but they are not saying A inverse is equal to B. Not the case in this case. If it was written like that A inverse is equal to B, then I could have written like any order, but it is not the case in the given situation. So for that reason, if that is not the case, I cannot take this, consider this conditions. I have to keep this order in my mind. I have to keep this order in our mind. So AB inverse will become B inverse first, then A inverse. Okay, I'm giving a lot of emphasis to this because this is very, very important. Do not forget this. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now moving on to the problems. Let's move on to the problems. Okay, sir. So that the matrix, so there's a matrix given 3 cross 3. What's the order of this matrix? 3 cross 3 here and here also. Of course we need it because otherwise we cannot say the property of inverse is applied only for square matrix, right? Okay, check. Okay, property of inverse is only applied for square matrix. So coming to this question now, we have to prove that if I call this matrix to be, let's say, matrix A and this to be matrix B, we are supposed to prove that A and B are invertible. So A is the inverse of matrix B. That's what we have to prove. How can we prove that? If I can prove somehow that AB equals to BA, or simply I3. If I can prove AB equals to I3, then my job is done. If I can prove AB equal to I3, then I can say that it is an invertible matrix. Means if I can prove A into B as unit matrix, then my problem is solved. Okay, let's try doing it. What is my A? Cos sine 0 sine cos 0 0 0 1. Okay, so what is my A? Cos alpha sine alpha 0 minus sine alpha cos alpha 0. Is it right? Minus sine cos 0, correct, and 0 0 1 and 0 0, 1. Let's cross check one last time so that there's no mistake. So cos sine 0, sine cos 0, cos sine 0, sine cos 0, and 0, 0, 1 and 0, 0, 1. Okay, sir. All right, sir. I have already taken the negative sign. Let's take b also. Quickly we'll take. What is b, bacha? B is cos minus sine 0. B is cos minus sine 0, sine cos 0, and 0, 0, 1. Again 0, 0, 1. 0, 0, 1. No problem. Okay. All right. So what you have to do here? Again, AB we will try to find out. AB we will try to find out. So multiplication. That's why I said multiplication is very important. Why is it important, sir? Because lot of questions will be based on this only. Lot of questions will be based on this. So you have to use this multiplication all this time. All this time. Okay, sir. If you have little big matrix, so we'll write out on this side. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's start. Patiently we'll write AB. Okay. First what we're gonna do? We'll take this row with all the 3 columns. Then second row with all the 3 columns. Then third row with all the 3 columns. Okay. Let's see. So cos alpha with cos alpha. Cos alpha with cos alpha will be what? Cos square alpha. Next, sin alpha with this sin alpha. This with this sin alpha. So plus sin square alpha. Okay. And then what? 0 with this 0. That 0 with this 0. So plus 0, simply plus 0. No problem. First element we have got. First element. Now second thing. This with this for the second element. So cos with minus sin alpha. This cos with minus sin alpha will be what, bacha? Minus cos alpha sin alpha. Okay. Now sin alpha with this cos alpha. So plus same thing. Plus sin alpha cos alpha. Okay. Okay. Now you see. All right. What about the last term? 0 with 0. So that will be just 0. That will be just 0. This 0 with this 0 will be 0. So I don't have to write that. Now what about last term? Last term. For the last term, let me erase this here. Okay. Now please pay attention. For the last term again we'll do what? This same thing with the last matrix. Okay. First we did what? This with this matrix. Then we did this with this matrix. Sorry, this column. Then this with this column. Okay. Now we'll move on to first row with third column. First row with third column to obtain our third element. So first row cos alpha into 0, 0, sin alpha into 0, 0, and 0 into 1, 0. So what is the last element? 0 only, sir. Check here. Cos alpha into 0 is 0, sin alpha into 0 is 0, 0 into 1 is 0. So all added 0 only. Okay, great. Let's do again now what? Second. I'll do what? My second column with all the 3 rows to get the element of the second row of AB. So minus sin alpha with this sin alpha. Check here. Minus sin alpha with this cos alpha. First row I'm doing, no? So it will become minus sin alpha cos alpha. Minus sin alpha cos alpha. Okay, now what? This will be cos alpha times sin alpha. So plus I will do plus cos alpha sin alpha. Correct, na? Second element with this in last one. Plus 0 times 0. 0 times 0 will be 0 only, so I don't have to write that. Okay. Next, move on to the second row with second column. So sin alpha minus sin alpha minus sin alpha. Check here. Second row with second column. Minus sin alpha into minus sin alpha. What is it, bacha? Sin square alpha. Okay. Cos alpha into cos alpha plus cos square alpha. Okay. Last one, 0 into 0. So 0, I don't have to write that. 0 into this 0, I don't have to write that. Okay. Now last one is what? With the last row, minus sin into 0. So 0. Let's check here. Minus sin into 0, 0. Cos into 0, 0. And 0 into 1, 0. So I can write here just 0. I'll repeat. Second row, third column. Minus sin into 0, 0. Cos into 0, 0. And 0 into 1, 0. So I write it as 0 only. Now third row of AB. So for that what we're going to take? Now what we're going to take? We're going to take the third row. We're going to take the third row, which is here. So third row with all the 3 columns. Okay. all the 3 columns. Check here. 0 into this 0, 0 into this 0, and 1 into 0. So what I get? Simply 0. Check here, please check. 0 into cos 0, 0 into sin 0, 1 into 0, 0. First row, sorry, third row, first column gone. Okay, my element is 0. Second one, third row, second column. 0 into sin 0, 0 into cos 0, and 1 into 0. Again what? 0 only. And what are the, so we got second element also. Now third element, 0 into 0, 0, 0 into 0, 0, and 1 into 1. So 1. So I'll have 0 plus 0 plus 1. Which is it? 1. 0 plus 0 plus 1 is 0. Now let's check what I'm getting AB as. My AB is coming as cos square plus sin square 1 minus cos sin plus sin cos. How much is that? 0, and that is just 0. Okay. This is again cancelling each other. So minus sin cos, cos sin. So this is 0. This is 1. Identity 0. What is this? 0, 0, 1. Isn't it equal to I3? If that is the case, if AB, what we got? We got AB is equal to I3. Then we can say that therefore B is inverse of A. B is inverse of A, correct? B is inverse of A. In that situation, I named it as B and A. That's what we have to prove. Prove this matrix is inverse of that matrix. I hope the answer is done. I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. Let's move on. Okay, sir, next problem. Next problem. Okay, I hope you understood the previous question, right? We have to prove B. We assumed it to be B as inverse of A. How did I do that? How did I do that? AB as 1 or AB as identity matrix I proved. Okay, excuse me. So if A is given, they are saying that if a matrix A can be written in the form of or in the sum of symmetric B and skew symmetric C. So they are saying that I can write matrix A as a symmetric matrix B, forgive me, a symmetric matrix B and C. C is what? C is skew symmetric. C is skew symmetric and B is symmetric. Okay, okay. B is symmetric. All right. Can you recall something that we learnt about it? Means if I forget about B and C for now, if I forget about B and C for now, and I ask you to write only in terms of matrix A. Matrix A. So write matrix A in terms of symmetric and skew symmetric form. Check here. Matrix A, symmetric form, skew symmetric form. How, sir? Check here. A plus A is symmetric. A minus A is skew symmetric. So I can write this form there, no? I can write this form here, right? How will I write this? So I can write A equals to 1 by 2 of A plus A transpose and plus 1 by 2 of A minus A transpose. Correct or not? A minus A transpose. Okay. Now if you compare, they are asking us to find B value, the value of the matrix B. Okay. Then if you compare these two expressions or equations, I am getting B as this. Means if I can find half of A plus A prime or A plus A transpose, then I can write that as B. Why, sir? Because they are saying I am writing A as symmetric part plus A skew symmetric part, and isn't B the symmetric part? Isn't B the symmetric part? Yes, sir. So for that reason, I can just find half of A plus A transpose, half of A plus A transpose. Now quickly, so basically what I'm trying to say is, check here, I'm saying that B is equals to half of A plus A transpose, and that's what they're asking us to find. They're asking me to find what? B value. Let's quickly write A also, the matrix A. What is the matrix A? 6, 8, 5, 4, 2, 3. 6, 8, 5, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, and 9, 7, 1. 9, 7, 1. How will I write A transpose? Keep the diagonal elements same. So 6, 2, 1 you'll keep the same, and others you will interchange. So like this. Okay. same goes here, and same goes here. So 8 will come here, 4 will go there, 9 will come here, 5 will go here, this will be 3, this will be 7. So this is my A transpose. Let's quickly do A plus A transpose. A plus A transpose, A plus A transpose. How will that look like? Okay, A plus A transpose, check here. If I do that, our matrix like this: 6 plus 6, 12, 8 plus 4, 12, 5 plus 9, 14, 5 plus 9, 14, 4 plus 8, again 12, 2 plus 2, 4, 3 plus 7, 10, 9 plus 5, 14, 7 plus 3, 10, and 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. This is my A plus A prime. Is it symmetric, sir? Check here. Yes, 12, 12, 14, 14, 10, 10. It's symmetric only. So if I have to write for B, what is B equals to? Half of this. So half of this will be equal to what? Half of 12, 12, 14, 12, 4, 10, 14, 10 and 2. And so I will get B as, what? This will be 6, okay? 6, 6, 7, 6, 2, 5 and 7, 5, 2. 7, 5, 1. Forgive me. 7, 5, 7, 5, 1. So answer is 6, 6, 7, 6, 2, 5, 7, 5, 1. 6, 6, 7, 6, 2, 5, 7, 5, 1. Option A. Check here. We'll cross check. 6, 6, 7, 6, 6, 7, 6, 2, 5, 6, 2, 5, 7, 5, 1 and 7, 5, 1. So it is correct. Okay, it's correct. Move on to the next question. I hope you understood this. Next question. If omega is complex cube root of unity, okay, all right, true, then matrix A is equal to this. The matrix A is given like this. Is it symmetric, diagonal matrix? Not diagonal, not skew symmetric. Why, sir? There is no negative sign. See, it's simply symmetric, no? Omega square, omega square. This omega is again mirror image. This one is mirror image, right? Correct, now it is of this form. Check here. Aij equals to Aji, right? How, sir? Sec 1, A12 is how much? Omega. And A21 is how much? Omega only. What about A13? A13 is what? Again omega. And A31 is how much? A31 is also omega. Check here. A31 is this, no? What about, what do you call? A23. A23 is 1 and A32 also is 1. Check here. 1, 1. A23, A32. Answer is A. Answer is A. Answer is A. Easy question. Not all questions will be difficult. No, some questions will be easy also. Okay. Simple question. What about this? Oh, this is also a very easy question. Definition based. So matrix 0, 2, minus 3 is given. Minus 2, 0 and minus 1, 3, 1, 0. A is what? Check here. First of all, if you see this, you can blindly say what? Almost all the time that it is a skew symmetric matrix. Okay. Now let's check the other part. Aij should be equals to minus of Aji. Check here. A12 is 2 and A21 is minus 2. Same way, A13 is minus 3 and A31 is just 3. What about A23 is minus 1 and A32 is 1. So this is valid, no? Aij equals to minus of Aji. Answer is what? B. Answer is what? B. Skew symmetric matrix. So the given matrix A is skew symmetric matrix. I hope you understood. Right? Simple question. Let's move on to some good question. Okay. Some definition based question I've taken so that the concept is well involved, or we have understood or grasped every single bit of the concept. Okay. Great. Yes, sir. It's okay, sir. Not difficult, sir. Simple things only. I said not today's session will be simple only. Questions are good, but session will be simple because the concepts are not that difficult for us to understand. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. They're asking us, a condition is given here, bacha. They're asking us, they gave us this condition that a square plus, minus a, forgive me, and plus I, identity matrix, is equal to 0. So is equal to null matrix. Okay, then inverse of A is going to be what, bacha? So what is inverse of A? Simply this. So you can see here it is not present in this. It is not present in the given equation. So we have to make the presence, right? We have to make the presence. How will you make the presence? One way to do it is just multiply it, correct? I can multiply A inverse on all sides. Can I not do that? If I have this condition, A square minus A plus I equal to 0 or equal to null matrix, and they're asking us what? To find inverse. They're asking us to find inverse. So inverse is not there any place in the given condition. How will I get the inverse in the condition given? I can include it by multiplying A inverse on both sides. Multiply both sides with A inverse. How will that look like? How will that look like? Check here. I'll get A inverse of A inverse into A square minus A inverse times A plus A inverse times I equals to A inverse times null matrix. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. Is not clear? Let me write it here again. No problem. I have enough space. A inverse A square plus sorry, not plus, minus sign. Sorry, not plus, minus sign. No? It's given minus here. So minus A inverse A plus A inverse I equal to A inverse null matrix, right? Null matrix. Same thing I've written here. Okay. Same thing is written here, bacha. Same thing. Now if I expand it a little bit to make our work easier, A inverse of A into A. How, sir? I can write A square as A into A. I can write A square as A into A. Yes, sir. What is A inverse of A inverse into A? Just I, no? Just I. Just I. Yes, sir. What about this? A inverse into identity. Just A inverse, right? Because identity is 1, 1, 1. In the diagonal another is 0. So it will remain what? A inverse only. Okay. What about this? This will be 0 only. Anything you multiply with null matrix, anything you multiply with null matrix will remain what? Null matrix only. Okay. Now again this will become what? I. So IA minus I plus A inverse equal to null matrix. Okay, or 0. Then I can take, I want the value of A inverse, so I'll keep this here. I'll keep this here and bring this thing over there. So I is negative here becomes positive. And this IA, which is nothing but, okay fine, I'll write it as IA. So this becomes what? Minus IA. I can be written as it is. So minus A. IA is nothing but A only, no? We did this in property. IA or AI equal to? IA or AI equal to? A. IA or AI equal to A. We have learned this property. AI equal to IA equal to A only, right? Same thing is here. IA equal to A. So we got A inverse as I minus A. Option A. Option A is our correct answer. Option A is our correct answer, sir. Correct answer, sir. Option A. Okay. Simple question. What we did? We took the expression. A inverse was not there. A inverse was not there. We multiplied on the both sides and then simplified it. Okay. Use the rules of inverse to got our result as I minus A. Moving on, sir. Okay, sir. This is going to be little calculative. Okay. So bear with me. Bear with me. I have a matrix A given like this. Matrix A given like this. Again, square matrix order is 3 cross 3. Okay, 3 cross 3. They are saying that this condition is given. 6 A inverse, 6 times of inverse of A is actually equal to A square plus alpha times A plus beta times I. What is alpha and beta? Some number. We don't know that. So just they are saying that find those numbers and find me the value of beta minus 5 alpha. So beta and alpha are some constant values. Beta and alpha are some constant values, and they are asking us to find the value of beta minus 5 alpha. So to find this value, I need what? Beta and alpha value. So I have to make use of this expression and the matrix to, use of this equation and the matrix to solve the question, okay, or to solve for alpha and beta. Okay, sir. So what is the first problem that I can see here? My first trouble is the presence of inverse. 6A inverse is equals to a square plus alpha a plus beta times I. Because I can find a square because a is given. I can do alpha times a because even I can take alpha as just alpha and multiply with a. That's not a problem. Beta also is not a problem. Okay. Only a inverse. So how will you solve this? So multiply every side by everything on both sides by just a. Multiply with a. If I do that, I'll get here was 6a inverse. Over here what I get? A square. Forgive me. First will be a. I don't have to write that, but still I want to make things easier for you. So a times a square, and this will be alpha a into a, and this will be beta ai. So I multiplied everything with a, matrix A. This is not this is just I. Okay, I hope you understand that. That is just I. Okay, simplify this. This will become just 6i. This will be a cube. This will be alpha a square, and this will be just beta a. Correct, na? So basically I have this here as 6 equals to a cube plus alpha, or actually let's keep it over here only. Not why we need this. Even this is understandable, right? Right? Yes, sir. It is understandable, sir. Of course, sir. So this is, now I have modified the given expression into something that we can perform, something we can calculate. How, sir? Or we can find a cube, we can find a square, because a is given, right? A is given. Let's solve it. What is my a value? Let's see here. What is my a value? So my a value is nothing but, check here. A value is 100,011, 100,011, 0 minus 2, 4. 0 minus 2, 4. Okay. Now what I'm trying to do? A square. A square. Okay. So a square will be what? A times of a. Basically I can write the same thing again. 100,011, 0 minus 2, 4. Not 24. This is not 24. I hope you can understand that. This 4. Okay. Now times what? Multiplied with what? Same thing. 100. Why are you writing, sir? Easier for multiplication if I have it in front of me. I can find and take the row and columns easier. So that's why I am writing it as a square. This again I am writing a times a. So let's find a square quickly. Okay, first what we start with? First row, first column. So first row we'll do it with all the 3 columns. So 1 with 1, check here. 1 with 1, 0 with 0, 0 with 0. So answer is just 1. Check here. 1 with 1, 0 with 0, this 0 with 0. So answer is just 1. Next what? 1 with 0, so 0. 0 with 1, so 0. And 0 with minus 2. So again a 0. Check here, please check. 1 with this 0 is 0. This 0 with this 1 is 0. And this 0 with this minus 2 is also 0. So everything is 0. Okay. Now for the third element, first row, last column. 1 with 0, 0. 0 with 1, 0. And 0 with 4, 0. So answer is 0. Check here. 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0 and 0, 4, 0. Okay, sir. What about the last one? Now first is done. We'll move on to second column. So 0 with first column we are doing. First, second row, first column. 0 with 1, 0. 1 with 0, 0. And 1 with 0, 0. So this is again 0 only, sir. Okay, great. Next what? For this one, 0, 0 with this second column, sorry, second row with second column. So 0 with 0, 0. 1 with 1, 1. And 1 with 1, so 1. And this 1 with minus 2, so minus 2. Check here. 1 with 1, so 1, and 1 with minus 2, so minus 2. Okay. How much is that? We'll see in the next step. Next what? This with third row. 0 with 0, 0. 1 with 1 is 1. 1 with 1 is 1. And 1 with 4. This 1 with this 4. So plus 4. Okay. Now last. So last row. Last row with all the 3 columns. So 0 with 0. 0 with 1, 0. Minus 2 with 0, 0. And 4 with 0, 0. So this is 0. Check here. 0, 1, 0, minus 2, 0, 0, 4, 0, 0. Now third row with second column. So 0 with 0, 0, minus 2 with 1, so minus 2, and 4 with minus 2, so minus 8. Minus 8, correct. Now last one, 0 with 0 is 0, minus 2 with 1, so minus 2, and 4 with 4 is what, 16, so plus 16. So what will this look like? Check here please. So I'll have 1, 0, 0, 0, minus 1, 5, okay, and this is going to be 0, minus 10, and plus 14. Plus 14. This is my a square. This is my a square. I hope this is clear. Okay, just do the simple. If you're not able to understand everything at once, pause the video, do your own multiplication of matrices, and you'll get the same result. Okay, chaliye. Now, so first what we have to find, a square we found it, b alpha we can, v and a we can find out. So a cube is the missing one. So let's do a cube also. Let's do a cube also. So how will I write a cube, bacha? A cube is written as a square into a. A square into a. What is my a square? I just got 1, 0, 0, 0 minus 1, 5, and 0 minus 10, 14. What is my a? I have a value 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 minus 2 plus 4. Okay, come on, let's do the last multiplication. Okay, same way we'll do first row with all the 3 columns. Okay, so 1 with 1, so plus 1. 1 with 1, so plus 1. Okay, sir. 1 with 1, so plus 1. What about next? 0 with 0, so 0. And this 0 with 0, so 0. That's all. 1 with 1, 0 with 0, 0 with 0. So 1 done. Second one, first row, second column. 1 with 0, so 0. 0 with everything is 0. So this is 0. Okay. What about next? This with 0 is 0, and 0 with 1 is 0. 0 with 4 is 0. So this is also 0. Okay. So 1, 0, 0 is true. 1, 0, 0 is true. What about next one? We'll move to second column. So second row. 0 with 1, 0. Minus 1 with 0, so 0. And 5 with 0, so 0. 5 with 0, so 0. Second row, second column. 0 with 0 is 0. Minus 1 with 1, so minus 1. And 5 with minus 2, so minus 10. Check here, please. Please check here. Minus 1 with 1, okay, so minus 1. And 5 with minus 2, so minus 10. Okay. Now second row, third column. 0 with 0 is 0. Minus 1 with 1, so minus 1. And 5 with 4 is 20. Is 20. Okay, sir. So this is also done. Let's see the last one. Let's see the last one. So third row, 0 with 1, so 0. Minus 10 with 0, 0. 14 with 0, 0. So this is 0. This is 0. Okay, sir. What about next? This with second one will do. 0 times 0 is 0. Minus 10 times 1 is minus 10. And 14 times minus 2 is minus 28. Check here. 10 times, minus 10 times 1, minus 10. Minus 2 times minus 10. Yes. Okay, no, yeah. 14 times minus 2 is 28. Okay, correct. Now last one. Second row, so third row, third column. 0 times 0 is 0. Minus 10 times 1, minus 10. And 14 times 4, 56. Simplify this, please. 1, 0, 0. Okay. 0 is this. This is minus 11. This is plus 19. Okay. This is 0. This is minus 38. And this is plus 46. Plus 46. Now AQ also I have. Okay. AQ also I have. So if I'm writing here, check here. I'm writing this same expression here. So I'll not write the LHS part. That I'll write later. Let me write RHS only. So only RHS I'm going to write. How will that look like? Check here. So A cube. 1, 0, 0. 0 minus 11, 19. So 1, 0, 0. 0 minus 11, 19. So 0 minus 11, 19. Okay. And 0 minus 38, 46. 0 minus 38, 46. This is my what? A cube. This is my A cube. Now what will come? Plus alpha A square. Plus alpha A square and plus beta A. Okay, plus beta A. So I'll do plus sign here. Plus sign here. Now alpha A square means what? Means every place I will multiply with alpha in A square. What is my A square? A square is this. 1 0 0, check here, 1 0 0, 1 0 0, 0 minus 1 5, 0 minus 1 5, a square, 0 minus 1 5, 0 minus 10 14, 0 minus 10 14, okay. This is not 10,000, this is not 1014, this is separate two terms, 0 minus 10 and 14, check here, 0 minus 10 and 14, multiplied with alpha, so what I'm gonna do, wherever is this, I'll write here alpha, so this is alpha, 0 0 is same, so alpha, 5 alpha, 10 alpha, 14 alpha, correct na? Correct, right? Alpha a square, so I've written alpha everywhere. Now same goes with beta, so same goes beta a, so I'll write first a, so what is my beta, what is my a? A is this thing, 1 0 0, 0 1 1, 0 minus 2 and 4. Now wherever is everything, put here there a beta. So 1 means 1 times of beta will become just beta, okay. 0 will become 0 into beta will be 0 only. This will also be beta, this will also be beta, beta and beta. If you are asking me how, sir, see the expression is what? If this question is there for you, beta times a is there. So wherever is a, whatever is the terms or elements in a, I will multiply with beta, no? So this will become beta times 1, beta times 0 is just 0, beta times 1 is beta, same way beta times 0 is 0, beta times 0 is 0, beta times 1 is beta, beta times 1 is beta, 0 is 0, beta times minus 2 is bias to beta, beta times 4 is minus or plus 4 beta, So this we have got. So we have got a cube plus alpha a square plus beta alpha, beta a, okay, beta a. All right, sir. Okay, sir. Little bit confusing, okay. If you are solving it one place, no, I have here concept of the space, so it might look little confusing, but if you solve it simply, step by step, the question is very easy. Now see, this whole thing is equal to what? This whole thing is equal to 6, no? 6, right? Is equal to 6, 6 not, 6i, equal to 6i. 6i looks what? Diagonal element is 6, 6, 6, rest all is 0, okay? Okay. So if you compare this first element, if you add all of this, what is going to get the first element? I'm talking about only this element. Please remember, this element with this element with this element. What I'm going to get? Please check. Please check. So I'll have 1 plus alpha plus beta. 1 plus alpha plus beta equals to 6. Equal to 6. Think, sir. How? Think how? If I'm adding the 3 now after multiplication, whatever is the number, whether it's variable or a number, if I'm adding it, how will I add? All the first elements together. So A11, B11, C11. So 1 plus alpha plus beta, 1 plus alpha plus beta is equal to 6 only, no? How does the identity matrix looks like? Identity matrix is 1, 1, 1, rest all is 0. This is identity matrix, right? So if I'm writing 6 identity means this one will become, if this is 6 identity, this will become 6, 6, 6. Correct, right? If it is 6 identity matrix, then everything 1 will become 6, rest all will be 0. So first element of the sum of these matrices will be what? Will be 1 plus alpha plus beta. And what is the result? 6 identity matrix. So what is the result? 6. So I wrote it as 6. Any problem? Any problem? Should I repeat? Check here. Please check here. Sum of the all first element of the 3 matrix. This matrix plus this matrix plus this matrix. I am adding only the first element, So 1 plus alpha plus beta. Okay, sir. And in the case of identity matrix, which is 6 times of it, what is the first element? 6 only, no? And they are equal to each other. See here, I proved it. 6i. I proved it 6i. It means the first element is 6 only. So the sum will be equal to 6 only. So this is my first equation. The sum is equal to 6, so this is my first equation. So 1 plus alpha plus beta is 6. Okay. What is it? First equation is 1 plus alpha plus beta equals to 6. Okay. Okay. Let's check now for the second equation. If I add this element, I'm talking about only diagonal elements, sir. Okay. So second diagonal element is minus 11, minus alpha and plus beta. Check here. Second diagonal element, this is what? This is my, I'm adding here A11, B11 plus C11. What is A1, B1, C1? Means A11 is the first element of this, B11 is first element of this, and C11 is first element of this. I get this 6, okay? And over here I am doing A22, B22 and C22 bacha. Check here. A22 is minus 11, B22 is minus alpha, and C22 is just beta. Okay, and this is again equal to what? 6 only, no? Why, sir? Why 6? Because second element over here is also 6. Okay, this is my second equation. So minus alpha minus 11 minus alpha plus beta equals to what, bacha? 11 only is equal to what? 11 only. Am I getting it right? Let's check. There is something. Oh no, not 11. This is 6, right? Let's erase this. Please, this is 6 only. Okay. Now add both these equations. This was equation 1. This is my equation 2. Add these. So what I get? 1 minus 11 is 10. 1 minus 11 is 10 with a minus sign, obviously. And this will cancel each other. What is this? 2 beta equal to 12. Bring this 10 over here. What will give me? What will this give me? 2 beta is equals to 22. So what is beta equals to? 11. Beta equals to 11, right? Beta equals to 11, right? 2 beta equals to 10 will go there, will become plus. So 12 plus 10 is 22. 12 plus 10 is 22. So beta equals to 11. Beta equals to 11. Now beta is 11. Put it here in the first equation. 1 plus alpha plus 11 equals to 6, right? So 11 plus 1 is 12, goes there. Alpha equals to 6 minus 12, which is minus 6. So I got alpha is minus 6. Please check. I got alpha is minus 6. How, sir? Beta is 11. So 11 plus 1 is 12. 12 goes there, becomes minus 12. 6 minus 6. 6 minus 12 is minus 6. Okay, sir. What were they asking us? Beta minus 5 alpha. They were asking us this. Beta minus 5 alpha. That's what the question was. Beta is 11. So 11 minus 5 times of alpha. Alpha is minus 6. So minus 6. 11 plus 30. 6 times 5 is 30 plus sign. So 41. This is 41. This is my final answer. This is my final answer. Okay, 41. 41. Option A is correct answer. Option A is correct. Option A is correct. Okay. I understand it is a little bit calculative. Okay. Some questions can be. Previous questions were not. So this was a calculative question. But we got it right. We got it right. Okay. How did we do the first step? How did we initiate? So first what we did was we took care of A inverse by multiplying everything by A. We simplified it. Then we got this result. To solve this equation, we needed to find A square and A cube. And that's what we did to find A square and A cube. After multiplication, we compared in the equation. We added the fraction to compare it with 6i. So we added the matrices to compare with the 6i. We got two equations. Solve these two equations. How did we add? We have written here A11, B11, C11 and the first element of 6i, A22, B22, C22 and the second element of second diagonal element of 6i. Compared two equations. Solve these two equations. Beta is 11 and alpha is minus 6. Solving this we get 41. Solving this we get 41. So question is done. So they are saying that A is some square matrix 3 cross 3 and this is given. They are saying there's two statement. A inverse is this. So there is no A inverse in this case. Is there? There is not any A inverse. So let's write first the given condition. We have to check whether statement 1 and 2 are they right or wrong. Okay. Statement 1 is some expression with A inverse and statement 2 is this. We have to say that this is actually equal to or reducing to this part. So we have to prove this. Okay. So first let's look at the first statement. Before that, let's see what they have written here. A square minus 5a plus 7i. A square minus 5a plus 7i. Okay, looks like Z. Let me erase it. Okay, sir. So plus 7i, correct? Plus 7i. This is the given condition. Equal to 0. Equal to 0 on null matrix. Okay, all right. Okay, this is the given condition. We have to introduce A inverse here. We have to find out for A inverse. So there is no A inverse in this case. What did I say? Whenever there is nothing there, whenever you don't have A inverse, just do one thing, multiply A inverse. Multiply A inverse on all sides. Will become what? A inverse times A square plus minus 5 times of A inverse A plus 7 times of A inverse times I equal to A inverse times O, or null matrix. Okay. So how we will write this? A inverse times A into A. How, sir? Splitting this. Okay. Then this will become what? A inverse into A will be just I. So minus 5I plus 7A inverse. How, sir? A inverse times identity is A inverse itself. Okay. This will be 0. How, sir? Remember this. A into identity is A. So same way, A inverse times identity will be also A inverse. Okay. Also A inverse. Anything you multiply with identity, what is it? Itself, no? Itself, right? So that's why A inverse times I is just A inverse. So I get it as 7A inverse. I get it as 7A inverse. Okay, sir. Let's see. Let's see. So I want to find A inverse value. So keep this part here. Before this, I'll have to simplify one more step. This will become what? I. So IA minus 5I plus 7A inverse equals to 0. I want to find value of A inverse. Look at my statement 1. I want to find value of A inverse. Right? Not visible. Check here. What is they asking us to find? Only value of A inverse. So we'll keep this here. So 7A inverse is equal to, this is negative, will become what? Positive 5I. This is positive. IA is nothing but just A. So minus A. IA is nothing but just A, right? So A inverse is equals to 5I minus A by 7. So what is this? A inverse is 1 by 7 times 5I minus A. 5I minus A. 5I minus A. Statement 1 is true. Statement 1 is true. Okay, correct, na? I'm getting it. 1 by 7, 5I minus A. 1 by 7, 5I minus A. A inverse equals 2. So first one is true. Okay. Alright. Now there is no inverse in the second statement, but we have to use A square. Check here. So let's find the value of A square from the first given condition. So for over here, I'll again write this condition, rewrite this condition as A square equals to 5A minus 7I. Why I'm doing that? Because in the second condition, we have to reduce this. Means we have to simplify this. We have to simplify this in this format. Means we have to start with here and reach here after simplification. So what is it? A cube minus 2A square. What is given statement 2? This is statement 2, okay? A cube minus 2A square minus 3A plus I. Okay? So replace this A square value wherever you can. So I can write this as bacha A into A square minus 2 times of what? 2 times of what? This value, which is nothing but 5A minus 7I minus 3A plus I. Check here please. Check here please. I've done nothing. I replaced it here and I've written this A cube as A into A square. Nothing else has been done here. I hope you understand this. I wrote A cube as A into A square, and this A square I replaced with 5A minus 7I, which was given in the statement. Check here. Given in the statement, A square is 5A minus 7I. If you bring on that side, 5A is negative becomes positive, 7I is negative becomes 7I is positive becomes negative. Okay, so 7I is negative here. Okay, let's do this again. Same thing below. Substitute here. A times of 5A minus 7I. How, sir? For this A square also I'm substituting. For this A square also I'm substituting. Okay, sir. Let's do this expansion here. So minus 10A plus 14I. How, sir? 2 into 5 is minus 10. Minus 2 into minus 7 is 14. This is minus 3A plus I. Okay. Let's do this expansion here. So A into 5A will be 5A square, and this will be minus 7AI. Minus 7AI. This will be what? Minus 10A plus 14I minus 3A plus I. Please check. Please check. Again I can replace it over here. 5A square will become what? 5 times of this thing. So 5 times of a square will be 5a minus 7i. So I have taken the substitution 3 times here, bacha. One time was here, second time was here, and third time is here. 3 times I have substituted the same formula. Okay, same expression, I mean. 5a minus 7i with 5, and over here what is this? 7ai, simply 7a, this is simply 10a, this part, this is 14i plus i, so 15i, and this is minus 3a, minus 3a. Now let's simplify. 25a minus 35i, okay, minus 7a minus 10a, how much is this? Minus 17a and minus 3a. Please check. Minus 7a, minus 10a, minus 17a, minus 3a, minus 20a, and this is what? Just 15i. Let's see something we can simplify. 25a minus 20a, 25a minus 20a, how much is that? Just 5a. Minus 35a plus 15a, how much is that? How much is that, sir? Negative, na? Forgive me. Minus 35 plus 15, minus 20i. Something is common, 5 is common, sir. A minus 4i. A minus 4i. Check here. 5 times of a minus 4i. I started from here and I reached here. So they are saying that reduced to this means if you take this and simplify it, reduce it to the simplest format, you will get what? 5 times of a minus 4i. 5 times of a minus 4i. Then what we can say? We have proved, na? What do you prove? LHS equals to RHS. Oh, there's no LHS RHS because there's no equation here. If you want, you don't have to write this, but we have proved the condition. What condition? That it is reducing also. It means that statement 2 is also true. So I can say 1 is true and 2 is true. Which option is correct? A option, both the statement are true. Okay. So option A is correct. Which is the answer? Option A is correct. Okay. I hope this is clear. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, sir. I think this is the last problem of the day. Can we solve it? Can we solve it? Of course we can solve it, sir. Of course we can solve it, sir. So as you can see, all types of problems are taken here for all the variety of questions, or for all the variety of concepts which is there. On skew symmetric, transpose, or symmetric, all type of questions are included here, bacha. If X is any matrix of order n cross p, order n cross p, okay, sir, and I is an identity matrix of order n cross n, of order n cross n, then they are saying that our matrix is defined. There is a matrix which is defined as M like this. What is it defined as? M like this. M like this. So if I have to write this here, basically they have given a matrix M in this complex format, identity matrix minus X times of X transpose X, the inverse times X transpose. Okay. Okay. So clearly see here. I hope you can see here. X times of X transpose, or XT if you want to write. Then X times of the whole thing power is, or inverse is there, and X transpose is there. Okay. So if you have to simplify this, we learned this property, no? AB inverse is nothing but mistake, sir. First B will come, sir. So B inverse, A inverse. We have learned this property, right? So I can apply this here. So I will remain same. I will remain same. Not I means me. The identity matrix will remain same, and X will also remain same. But the inside bracket part will apply working using this rule. AB will become BA. So what is A in this case? X transpose. So I'll get first X. Check here. After applying the inverse, first X will come. Then what will happen? X transpose inverse will come. I hope you understand that. Let's check. A inverse will come later. What was A in this case? X dash. So X dash inverse is coming later. Whereas B inverse will come first. What is B? B is just X. So X inverse is coming first. So B is coming first, B inverse is coming first, and A inverse is coming next. Okay. Let's simplify this. So M is equals to I minus X inverse. let's see, x inverse, and just removing the bracket and writing it again. So x inverse, this part, and then this part together is x dash inverse times x dash. Okay, what's the rule? What's the rule? The rule is what? A inverse is I. Remember this. A inverse is what? I only, no? Same thing I can do here. I minus A inverse or x inverse will be I, and this will again be same thing. I can take this as some other matrix. X transpose is also a matrix only, no? So that matrix, let's call it as P. So if I call this as P inverse into what? P. What is the answer? Again same, sir. I only. I only. Don't take it as P. Just to explain you. Just to explain you. Even x dash or x transpose is a matrix. So x transpose, the inverse, will be if you multiply with x transpose. So what I'm trying to say here is, if you see here, if that is not making sense to some people, if I write x transpose as, let's say, some matrix P, then I have P inverse times P will be what? 1 only, no? Or identity only, no? So same thing. X transpose is P, then this is my P inverse, this is just P. Okay. So what is this going to be? I minus I. What is the answer? Null matrix. So M is null matrix. Okay. Now look at the statements. Then is M, then matrix M, then the matrix M is idempotent matrix. What is idempotent matrix? It means if M square is equal to M, bacha. If M square equal to M, that is the condition of idempotent matrix. Yes, sir. M square is equal to M because both these values are 0. If I take M as 0, then M square is what? 0, and I'm getting M value as 0. So true, sir. M is 0. M square is also 0. So yes, idempotent matrix to hai. Idempotent matrix hai. Idempotent matrix hai. What about MX? What about MX? Check here. So first we have got statement 1 is M is idempotent matrix. So this is what? True. This is what? True. What about second statement? Is Mx equals to 0? Yes, no, sir. M is equal to 0, then anything you multiply to that will be also equal to 0, na? Right? 0 into x will be what? 0 only. 0 to x will be 0 only. So yes, this also is true. This also is true. This also is true. So what I get? Both 1 and 2 are correct. So option C is my correct answer. Option C is my correct answer. Okay, sir, this was it from matrix part. Okay, and we will be solving what? We will be solving a mock series on this as well. Okay, so okay. I hope this was fun. I hope you understood a lot of things here. Okay, I have tried to explain in the simplest way possible all the questions. I've tried to not skip any steps. That's why it might take a little longer for me to complete a question. But my point is, bacha, that if you know all the steps in your mind, then in the exam, if you know the steps, you don't have to write the steps, right? You can, if you know it, then you will not make any mistakes while doing the steps in your mind. But if you skip some concepts in between, then if the problem comes in exam, you are under pressure, time pressure is there. I hope you are working, whenever you are working and solving questions, no, make sure you are timing yourself. Okay, if even solving one question, take the time limit. Whenever you are having a time limit, no, your focus will be higher. You'll be able to work better. Okay, so always work under time limit. So why I'm giving all the step is, if you know all the concepts, the timing part will become less and less with more and more practice. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Okay, make sure that you connect with us and do go through all the sessions that I'm doing. Okay, these are very, very helpful. But again, very important, my part is only limited. Whatever I'm doing here is, I can teach you all the concepts. I can solve questions on all of it. But the rank, your performance will only improve if you are actually practicing very, very, very hard. That's what I'm saying, you know, always in all the sessions, work really hard, no exception. Not one day off, don't get sick, take care of yourself and work really, really hard, because we don't have that. You know, if you are looking to get into best college in this KCET examination, then you'll have to work really hard, bacha, okay? And maths will not be easy, because all this calculation will have to be done in that short period of time. So that will only be mastered with a lot of practice. So I hope you are doing that, okay? And we will be coming with all these concepts. Right now we are covering PU2 portions, PU1 will also come. Okay, I hope that you are getting your concepts cleared in the sessions. Please make sure that you comment below and say, yes sir, things are getting easier for us. Okay, that will give me motivation to work hard and come with more and more improved sessions for you. Okay, so that I will have more responses from you guys. So make sure that you respond in the comment section that yes sir, I am able to solve all the questions on this topic. Yes sir, I am able to solve all the questions that you are doing in the sessions. Okay, so with this I would like to close the session today and see you in the next session, in the next video in our series of 60 out of 16 KCET mathematics. So keep smiling, keep working really hard, and for now I'm going to sign off and bye bye. Take care.